Alright guys, a new set of videos that I'm gonna be doing is something that I haven't seen a lot on the internet. It's actually a video that shows you whether your parts of the car are still good to be reused or not. So I'm gonna be starting with the oil pump. Uh, Many of you know that oil pump a lot of times once they get damaged, that's where your car gets that's where your engine gets damaged. So the important part about this oil pumps are that these inner and outer rotors are not broken, they're not damaged, they're not worn out. So here's the here's the trick. I mean, a lot of you don't have this manual. This is Mitsubishi Eclipse manual for the I think dealerships had it, or maybe not dealerships, but service places, whatever, had it. So not a regular owner would not have this. So anyway, in here there is a detailed description of all your measurements. So this right here, it says disassembly, shows the parts, the names, and all that, right? So what you're gonna do first, of course, you're gonna do visual inspection of your oil pump, check it out, remove the oil O-rings. There is a retainer cap over here, and there is a spring and relief valve inside. This washer, I suggest you change it so it doesn't leak. A washer or gasket, whatever you guys call it. You check for damages over here, cracks as well. On outside, check for cracks so the car so the pump don't leak. All right, the cap. This is the cap that covers the whole pump. Uh, let's get straight to the thing. It says right here, lay a straight edge across the pump cover surface. If a filler gauge of 0.76 millimeter or more can be inserted between cover and straight edge, cover should be replaced. So I have a here 0.08, which is higher than 76, right? And you have to put this straight, press it down, and as you can see, it doesn't go across. So this is good. Of course, you have to clean it really good and then do it, measure. Next, measure thickness and diameter of the outer rotor. So this is outer rotor. If the outer rotor thickness measures 7.64 millimeter or 0.301 inches or less, or if the diameter is 79.95 or less, replace the outer rotor. So we're gonna zero this over here, put 0. So the thickness is 7.64 or less. It says or less. So if this is 7.64 or less, it should be replaced. As you can see, this is 7.68 on that side. We can do it right here. 7.67. Of course, I can't measure a diameter with this tool, but let's do it close. Right there, 79.97. It's not 100%, but yeah. So this is still good. The outer rotor is still good. All right, let's move next one. If inner rotor measures limit or less, replace inner rotor. So the limit is 7.64, same as the outer rotor, right? So we're gonna check the inner rotor. 7.70, so that's still good. Let's do it over here. 7.68, so it's still good. You look for cracks, of course. You look for damages. If you don't find nothing, it's good. Next one. It shows right there. Slide outer rotor into pump housing. Press on one side with the fingers and measure clearance between rotor and housing. So, oops. Alright, so they want me to do the limit right there between. The limit is 0.39. So we're gonna look over here for 0.39 millimeter. $28, $30, $35, $38. $38 is fine. All right. Okay. Clearance between rotor and the housing. If measurement exceeds the limit, replace housing only. If outer rotor is in specification. The limit is 0.39, which is huge. And as you can see, I cannot stuff it in there. All right, so that means you have to push it down and then you stuff it in there. So that's still good. All right, now next one. Install inner rod into pump housing. If clearance between inner rod and outer rotors and outer rotor exceeds the limit, replace both rotors. So you put it inside, and here's the thing now. You have to put the rotor in between. This is where you measure. So its limit is 0.203. Same thing with this one. So we would go 0.203, 208, 23, 0.20. You have to push it, right? You have to push it, and you have to put it in between. There's like, you can. So that means both of rotors are still good. Let's go to the next page. One last step over here pretty much is place a straight edge across the face of the pump housing between bolt holes. It says right there, between bolt holes. They mean on these bolts. Right there, right there, right there. Okay? Not these. Okay? If the filler gauge is 0.0102 millimeter or more, can be inserted between rotors and the straight edge, replace pump assembly. That means replace this whole assembly. Limit is 0.102. So 0.102, I will put 0 point 0.10 no 0.1 0 1 0. All right. Okay. Oops. As you can see, it's not going in. This one here, that's good. And this one I can't really do it really good, but I'll try. Yeah, I can't because this side is a little bit higher. But let's try here. Anyway, you see the idea. So now, like I said, when you put the straight edge, put 0.102 millimeter or 0.004 inches. If it doesn't go underneath, this is straight, it's still good. All right. Inspect all pressure relief valve plunger. Inspect oil pressure relief valve plunger for scoring and free orientation in its bore. Small marks may be removed with 400 grit, wet sanding or dry sandpaper. So the next step is the relief valve spring has a free length of approximately 60.7 millimeters. That's approximate. Even they say it's approximate. Which mine is 59.58. Okay, it should test between 80 and 84 N when compressed to 40. So I will have to have a compression tool to test that, which I can't. Like I said, this is testing 59.58, which is close enough to what they are saying. So this for me is still good. If oil pressure is low and pump is within specification, inspect for worn engine bearings or other reasons for oil pressure loss. So that's pretty much it. Starting from step 1 all the way to the step 10, I showed you that this, in fact, oil pump is still in spec. It's still good to be reused on my Eclipse. And of course, it should be just fine. For you guys, it might be different. It might be a scenario where you have to replace it. But also, one other thing that I wanted to mention is this screws are torqued to 7 foot-pounds, right? Don't forget that. Also, this pump is for 428 engine for Mitsubishi Eclipse 2G 95 to 99. So this pump, all these measurements will not work on the 4G63 pump or any other car that you may have. It might be similar, but it will not be same. So yeah, be careful with that. that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys with this video. I'm gonna have a, like I said, series of videos like this where I'm gonna be showing that uh, what parts can be reused if they're in spec, and I'll be showing you all the numbers, all the specs and stuff. So yeah, make sure you stick around, uh, like it, share, subscribe, and of course, uh, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Laters.